5 things I wish I knew before I became a professional musician. So I've been doing this now professionally for about 6 years, and I wanted to come up with a list of things that I figured would help people when they're first starting out. Because becoming a professional musician encompasses a lot of different skills. You have to learn how to run your own business, you have to be good at what you do, and you have to be a decent person. So without further ado, here's 5 things I wish I would have known before I started this crazy journey. I should note that these are going to be in no particular order. So here's a bit of background info on me. In 2011, I started a degree in criminal justice, and I graduated with that degree in 2015. Almost exclusively after that, I played music almost full time, much to the chagrin of my parents. Actually, in reality, my parents have been one of the biggest support systems that I've had through this whole crazy journey. And that brings us to number 1. Have good support systems. So it's no joke that there are lots of highs and lows on the journey to becoming a professional anything, let alone a professional musician. It's extremely competitive, you're running your own business, and you're basically hanging out there in the wind and hoping something will catch. Having support systems like friends and family who believe in what you're doing and don't judge you if you fail once or twice is super crucial to your success. Trust me, you're gonna need them to rely on in times where you're feeling down. So having support systems in place before you start on any sort of journey is super crucial. Coming in at number 2, I want to talk about extreme volatility. Now, it's no surprise that 2020 has been a dumpster fire of a year for everyone. But volatility in the music business is present even when there's no dumpster fire 2020 in the picture. Gigs come and go, people cancel, and sometimes you have random weekends that open up and you were really counting on that income to pay your bills.
We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
It goes without saying that finding secondary sources of income is beneficial if you can't make it work all the time just with your gig income. Doing things like starting a YouTube channel or teaching music or even swapping gear can be a good secondary source of revenue that still keeps you in the music stream. Number 3.
Number 3, my lord.
You're gonna spend about 90% of your time practicing and 10% of your time actually playing in front of people. Now, if you're watching this video for the first time and you didn't already realize that, well, welcome to the real world. Because playing music is great, but you better love to practice. Obviously, when you're a kid, you have visions of grandeur, where you're gonna be just playing in front of people and people are gonna worship you.
People worship me!
And maybe back in the 70s and 80s, you could get away with pretty much exclusively playing live because you played 5 or 6 or 7 nights out of the week. But in this day and age, especially during this year, that's simply not the case. And you've got a really woodshed at home, and you have to have the discipline and the desire to get better. Now, motivation is a whole different topic on its own, but I think it goes without saying that you need to be motivated towards a goal. Scratch that. Driven towards a goal. Because I believe drive is much more important than motivation. Motivation, as David Goggins would put it, is something that comes and goes, whereas drive pushes you towards your goal, and drive helps motivate you. So if you don't already like practicing or you don't spend much time practicing guitar, you maybe want to really think hard and long about that, because it's a very important step, because obviously you're going to be developing as a guitar player, and you're also going to be developing different skills like even making websites or audio clips or something that's going to help promote your business. And practicing, obviously, in this sense, isn't just limited to playing guitar. Number 4, you need to be able to manage your money. Now, this is parent Dustin coming in and saying, you need to manage your money. But I'm actually serious. It's super crucial to be able to manage your money. You're going to have an unknown number of gigs in a year, and some of your gigs might not come up before the week before. And if you don't budget properly, you're going to be screwed. Even mundane tasks like doing your taxes and keeping your receipts and looking at things that you can actually write off are super important parts of the puzzle that will keep your business afloat. Because at the end of the day, you are a business owner. You're representing yourself, and you may be the product, but you are a business owner. Number 5, it's going to become a job.
I am job.
Sometimes guitar playing becomes mundane. Sometimes it becomes a little bit boring. Now, I know before we talked a little bit about ways to keep yourself motivated. You have those support systems, you're always challenging yourself and you're setting goals for yourself. But if you do nothing but play gigs back to back to back, it can seem a little tedious to come home and want to practice and prepare for the next gig. That's when the job becomes the job. And you're going to want to obviously distance yourself from that, and you're going to want to take a little bit of time off so it doesn't become a job, so you remember the fun in it. But I assure you, at least for myself anyway, those occurrences are fairly rare. So there you have it. There's 5 things I wish I would have known before becoming a professional musician. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to expand on, because I can definitely do so in future videos. Also, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and check out my other videos if you're interested in more content from me. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.